I thought that those were the best ways to prevent the spread of this virus. Who felt safe to stay home and fulfill their plans? Like we've done that in the past. And just a few days later, our governor closed the schools and all the businesses that he
Hey, Margie.
Governor Evers handed down his veto for non-high. That violations of Walmart are illegal, but
Hey, Wookie.
Florida violations is now illegal. By closing Walmart, go ahead. That's legal. Going down to the local boutique, that's illegal.
Well, we all have to get it eventually. It's not going to stop. So it doesn't matter really when you get it, right? I believe I already had it back in February, so can't stop the virus. We can only slow it down, right? Darth Vader's even here. He's got his mask on.
Small business owners are usually planning about 6 months ahead. But now they can't even begin to think about planning for the future because they don't know if they're even going to have customers coming into their stores. Yesterday, the federal government announced that 26
Actually, the people that fear the virus should be quarantining themselves and probably let everyone else do their own thing and let it spread amongst them.
Jobs in the last 5 weeks.
As long as we protect the elderly.
Created in the last. I'm fortunate because I have a pet supply store and I'm considered essential. I've been able to keep my doors open. However, most of my small business friends were categorized as non-essential and had to close their doors. Many of my small business friends may not survive this shutdown because without customers, they don't have the financial resources anymore to meet their financial obligations. Small business owners usually have a second job to help make ends meet, but now they've lost that safety net too. Many do not qualify for federal small business loans, or if they did, the funds have been gobbled up by large corporations, leaving little to no money left for the small businesses on your main streets. Many will not be able to hire back the employees that they had to lay off. Our governor is picking and choosing.
Well, you can't really stop the virus. Everyone's eventually going to get it, right? Because if you don't get it now, you'll get it next year. If you don't get it next year, you'll get it in the fall, right?
He thinks you're essential when it should be the people of Wisconsin who make that decision.
Unless they have a vaccine that actually stops the virus, everybody's going to get it eventually, right? I mean, that makes sense. That's been true with every virus. Everybody eventually gets the flu, right? What we're doing now is just slowing it down. We're not stopping it. We're just prolonging the process. We had an election here 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they said it was going to spike in Wisconsin because of it. It did not spike in Wisconsin. So, I don't know. In Milwaukee, they have it highest in the Milwaukee area, but it's a higher population. You know, if you can go into Walmart amongst 100 and some people, why can't you go into the hair groomers or the pet groomers one at a time? One person at a time making an appointment with a mask on. It's no different than walking into Walmart, right? So some businesses should be open. Maybe not all of them, but these ones that are going to lose everything are willing to take that chance cover up their faces and take precautions. I've been out socializing. I have not been cooped up in the house. I have been out. And it hasn't been bad in this county. So I get what they're doing here. And I'm not against it. It's okay if the virus spreads amongst these people, as long as they protect the people that are sick and can't. If they stay away from elderly and people who can't, people who want to isolate should isolate. The rest of us should be able to do whatever we want. If you're afraid of the virus, stay in your house, right? Again, if you're afraid of the virus, quarantine yourself. You don't have to quarantine all these people. So I kind of agree with what's going on here. My wife works in the healthcare industry, and they have had no patience. I mean, as far as patients, I mean people coming in. It's most days it's 0 or just 1 or 2 people. They just aren't seeing the numbers.
Open them up for sure.
Like I said, we had an election 3 weeks ago, and they said this virus was going to spike in Wisconsin, and it didn't. I like this Darth Vader, though. Yeah, big tree.
State Farm Visa. If this is your card, please come on social ID. Diane Burns. Thank you, guys. All right, now we're going to have Jay Schroeder, concerned citizen in Wisconsin, and he has a few words he wants to talk to you about.
Thank you. First thing I'd like to say is everyone wearing a mask, let's give them a round of applause. You know why? It's their choice. It's free. That's what you can wear one. You can wear one. A quote from Alexander Hamilton fits. Brothers and sisters of Wisconsin, when a government betrays the people by amassing too much power and becoming tyrannical, the people have no choice but to exercise their original right of self-defense, to fight the government. I have a message for you, Mr. Evers. You know what? Independents, Democrats, and Republicans all... This event is bigger than politics. It's freedom and survival. My daughter wants to be a nurse, but the schools are closing and she's going to be affected by her education. Governor Evers, 400,000 Wisconsinites are unemployed. How many state employees are put on layoff? How many? Where is it, Tony? Government is to be the servant, not the master. I only use Walmart as an example. You can go into Walmart and buy flowers, but you can't go to a florist. Tony, open up Wisconsin. Open up. 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 not a necessary evil. That's from Thomas Paine, one of our founders. Freedom allows us to buy food from a restaurant. Open the restaurants! Open up! Open up!
Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up!
Freedom allows a man wearing a U.S. naval uniform to stand in the ocean protesting beach closures. Freedom allows us to go for cancer screenings, heart screenings, hip replacements, social screenings. Banning these appointments harms people. Delayed medicine. Is that what you want, Tony? Here's one from Thomas Jefferson. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Governor Evers has his boot on the neck of Wisconsin, and it needs to be removed.
Recall Evers.
Human Services Acting, get this, Secretary Henry Palm wishes all these rules was never confirmed by the state senate. And
Bring her up.
as all of you drove down here today, you look around, you look in Madison, all the way down here. You know what you saw? Tony's tombstones. You know what that is? All his closed business. Night time and stop. If your business in your community opens before you think it should, stay home. It's your choice. It's freedom. If you want to go get a haircut, get a haircut. Because we live in America, this thing is called freedom. This is not a protest. This is a rally for our rights. Freedom allows us to enter a library if we want, to read, open the libraries. Freedom allows us to walk a dog in the dog park. Open the dog parks.
Well,
Freedom allows you to go
they
to a
say
state
50,000,
park.
but that's not
Open
really a
the
correct
state
number they're
parks.
finding out.
Freedom is spreading. Freedom is starting to have Hartford State City Council open their government. County sheriffs are deciding not to follow his rules. The Berlin Wall is coming down. Freedom allows us to visit a loved one in a nursing home, at least through a window. But he's for a while. Freedom allows you to go to church on Easter if you want to. Freedom allows you to go to church if you want to. Or you don't have to. You can watch it over the internet. But freedom is the choice to do either. Freedom allows you to have a birthday party for your child. Down the street from my house, yesterday I drove by and there was a sign that said, "Hump for my daughter's birthday." That's what we have. And Tony, you gotta open the doors. Freedom, freedom, freedom allows for a parade and ceremonies over the fallen soldiers of the United States of America. According to his order, we can't do it. Tyranny. You know what? Go and tell that family that has had a loved one die that you can't go to a parade or a ceremony on Memorial Day. Freedom allows you to self-quarantine. And all we are trying to do is what our Constitution allows us, freedom and the right to pursue liberty and happiness. That's what we are. Thank you, and God bless Wisconsin.
USA! 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 All right, we're going to have, if I can have Angie Schmidtson, Timothy Allen, and Pam Ray Schonecker back up here. We're going to have some health professionals speak. First is going to be Angie.
All right, thank you. My name is Angie. And I'm a registered nurse working in one of our local Wisconsin hospitals. I'm here today to stand up for both your health and for our freedom. I want to start out by reading a Bible verse to encourage everyone today in this time of such uncertainty that we all face. It comes from Psalm 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? No matter what you fear, may you turn to God, the giver of life and salvation. I know why you are here or attend your favorite sporting events. You are really here because you and your family have been affected financially. You have been told that you can't go to work and provide for your family. You know that if we continue down this road, for much longer, you will no longer be able to put food on the table and pay your mortgage. And we are not buying the foolish narrative that tells us you don't care about lives and that you're willing to sacrifice people in order to make money. We reject that argument. We care deeply about everyone's health, and at the same time, we care deeply about their ability to provide for their families. Now, I would like to clear up any misinformation that may have been spread about the impact of coronavirus in our state's hospital. We have not consistently, for the last 6 weeks, the emergency department that I work in has seen a huge decrease in the number of patients, as much as a 60% decrease. Our hospital has plenty of medical and ICU beds available for patients. Our sister hospitals in the Milwaukee area are reporting these same conditions. Our management is now considering cutting back the working hours of ER nurses, something that is normally never contemplated. Because of the nature of our work, healthcare professionals are at a greater risk of contracting the virus than the general public, but none of the medical staff that I work with has been infected. I started wondering if my hospital just happened to be the only one in this situation, so I started reaching out to other nurses I know around the state and other parts of the country. Each one told me the same thing, that their hospitals were not overwhelmed with plenty of beds for patients and their overall census down. And again, none of us are standing here today that are minimizing the effects this virus has had on our fellow citizens. It is real, and many of us know people who have contracted it, and I have cared for those who are sick enough to come to the emergency department. My heart does go out to those who have suffered through a severe case or have lost a loved one to this disease. But there are many more that have contracted the California. Coronavirus is much greater than the numbers that are officially reported. This means that the high death rates we hear could very well be incorrect, and that far few people percentage-wise who contract this virus are actually dying from it. A study in New York has found similar results as well. We need to start looking at these statistics. Do people die from the coronavirus? Obviously they do. But the question that we need to answer is the quarantine and the consequences of it justified by the severity of this disease. And now, I must ask you, my fellow citizens, no matter where you stand on this issue, how many freedoms are you willing to hand over to the government for the sake of your health? And for the sake of what they define as a disastrous health crisis. We need to require our elected officials to acknowledge the devastating impacts their mandates are having on lives and livelihoods, ruining our families' financial situations in the attempt to control this virus is not acceptable. It is not the answer.
We had an election 3 weeks ago, and they said it would spike.
We refuse to let the government instill fear in us.
Plus, doesn't everyone have to eventually get the virus? I mean, everybody eventually gets the flu, right? I mean, you're not going to get rid of the flu. No one's got. So there's two sides to all this.
Thank you.
You can't stop the virus unless you have some sort of cure for it.
Hey, you guys heard her say that all the stats in the hospital. Has anybody here seen a hospital flooded, just overwhelmed anywhere?
My wife works at a medical clinic, and she says the same thing this nurse just did.
And say against us gathering here, it's unsafe. My question to you is, if you really believe that, what are you doing here?
Here's Dr. Timothy Allen.
A bunch of idiots, huh?
Oh, thank you for letting me come here and speak. Sorry. Oh, thank you for letting me come and speak. All right.
Yeah, the nursing home should be
Thank
closed
you
off.
for letting me come here and speak. I'm a family physician from Cudahy. I'm also a small business owner. I have 7 employees that I'd like to keep working. I'm here to speak to you.
All the cleaning they did in nursing homes, and that's people in nursing homes are still dying.
Absolutely. Sorry. So I'm a physician from Cudahy. I'm a family doctor. My wife and I own this clinic. We intentionally located it between a low-income housing center and a senior center because we want to care for people that other people don't care about. We put ourselves on a bus route, and we put ourselves next to a bus stop because we want to take care of people who can't drive. I come here to speak to you because I want to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves.
Do I have a mask on?
I'm
No.
very concerned that more people
I
are
have yet to wear a
dying
mask.
of this quarantine than are dying of COVID. The April 17th New England Journal of Medicine has an article which states that it will be greater or at least equal to the impact of COVID itself. This is really, really important. One of the concepts we talk about in medical ethics is transfer of death. This is not a two-sided argument where one side gets to say we're saving lives and anyone who disagrees is a selfish, greedy jerk who doesn't care about lives. It's important to look at this. Since we've had this quarantine, I have had a substantial increase in the number of patients who are calling me because they lost their job, they lost their insurance, they can't afford their insulin, they can't afford their asthma medication, they can't afford their seizure medicines. These patients will die. So I, as a family doctor,
Let's be nice, guys.
am seeing people who would usually see their pulmonologist because the pulmonology clinic is shut down. I've also been practicing a lot of dentistry because the dentists are shut down. We're asking the question, would you save your neighbor by throwing your child down a well? You will die of this quarantine, and that's really, really important. If an equal number of people are saved by the quarantine as die from the quarantine, that's not ethical. And that's really an important thing to look at. And what really bothers me as a physician,
The media.
an article that was published in the Los Angeles Times this week states that the number of people we are treating for heart attacks and strokes in the United States is down by 30%. Okay? And that's not because they're not having heart attacks, it's because they're not getting treated. And people will die because we're not treating these things. And, so the point here is that we have to look at the whole picture. I'm not coming here to say the World Health Organization is bad. I am not coming here to say the CDC is bad. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Look, I'm not here to say they're bad people. They're trying to do the best they can. But, listen, before you judge, let me finish my statement. I'm not here to judge them. These are people who are trying hard. But the problem is that they have too close of a focus. They're looking at too small of a thing. And this is why I want us to be able to talk reasonably about what's going on. The question is not whether or not COVID is bad. COVID is bad, it kills people. The question is your treatment worse? One of the reasons that a family doctor is talking here is, as a family doctor, my job is to coordinate the ideas that are brought up by specialists. Several times in my career, I've had someone who's been diagnosed with a really bad lung cancer called Hot cell carcinoma of the lung. But when you're diagnosed to death, on average, it's 6 weeks. I've had oncologists tell my patient, well, I'll do this advanced chemotherapy and radiation, and it'll reduce your risk of death by 30%. I sit down with the patient and I say, do you know what that means? That means you're 30% less likely to die this week, and your life expectancy is 8 weeks, not 6 weeks. And you get to be on chemotherapy and radiation the whole time. And they go, that's not a good deal. I don't like that. What I'm talking about here, when we're looking at the COVID situation, is not attacking the people who are trying to help. What I'm talking about is going, is this the best choice that we could make? Does it make sense? Are we weighing things the right way? And that's what I want to talk about. I want to look at the lives that are lost. The problem that we run into is when we see cancer, many people get so fascinated with that, they don't measure the whole picture. This is the example that I gave. There's another C word going around, it's COVID. And when people hear that, they focus only on COVID. This Monday, the New York State Health Department decided to put out a mandate that they would not do CPR on anyone for any reason under any circumstances. Now, I don't think the person who did that is trying to be evil. I think they're so focused on COVID that they can't see the big picture. What they're doing is they are focused on the fact that CPR can spread COVID, and they've ignored the fact that CPR is for heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death for all people in all places for the last 100 years. 1 person in 2 dies of heart disease. You can't put COVID over that. I imagine some of you, since 50% of you will die of heart disease, would like CPR at some point. The point we're putting here is, if you put things in the wrong order, you result in increased death. And increased death is bad. And that's what I want to point out here. One of the examples I give when I teach my medical students is that people don't like to die by being eaten by sharks. But the interesting thing is that on average, 5 people per year are killed by being eaten by sharks. On the other hand, in an average year in the world, 70 people are killed by falling coconuts. But no one's afraid of coconuts. The interesting thing is that it's actually more dangerous to to stand on the shore and worry about the sharks than to go in the water. What I'm saying here is that staying indoors, worrying about the epidemic is more dangerous than going outside. So yes, this does put us in a position where meeting together may spread COVID. But apparently, and from the evidence, we're more likely to die if we stay home. And that's the important thing we need to look at. We need to look at all lives, not just COVID lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. All right. This man is going to say just a few words, and then Pam is going to have a speech and a song.
Well, my name is Pastor Wayne Sedlak. I'm in Pastor.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut this off now.
What I'm about to say
Thanks for
is
watching.
very, well, for the first time in my career, very, very short. So here's what I believe is important that I must